What's up everybody, I'm Necron and welcome to the next installment of my interactive build order guide for Age of Empires 2. In the videos in this guide, I'm using the interactive build orders created by Cicero and I'm playing it on Age of Empires HD on Steam. The scenario is also available on Voobly for those of you who would prefer to play it over there. If you'd like to try it out for yourself and see if you can maybe beat my final grade, we'll see what that'll be, then I will leave the links to both the Steam and Voobly versions down in the description below. If you're unsure of how to access these in-game, and then simply just leave a comment on this video or DM me on Twitter or Discord and I will gladly do a short little video showing how to do it. After watching this build order, make sure to go and check the other videos in this series that's already been done. Check the YouTube card in the top right of the screen, it should pop up right now. Although not suitable for absolute beginners, this guide is aimed at newer players who already have a basic grasp on the mechanics of the game. If you're completely new to Age of Empires Online multiplayer and would like me to do a short little video series on what you need to know before jumping into multiplayer, then make sure to ask for that in the comments below or DM me on Twitter or Discord, and if there's enough demand for that, I will gladly do a short little video series just covering the basics you need to know before tackling this guide. So yes, that's enough of me. Let's jump in on this build order. This week we will be doing Fast Castle into Knights. Now the Fast Castle build order, before we jump in, the Fast Castle build order is not really suitable for open maps in most cases. For open maps you'd most likely want to do something like Men-at-Arms or Drush or Scouts, which we have covered already. But to do the Fast Castle is more likely that you'll want to do Fast Castle on closed maps like Arena for example. But in some circumstances, if you wall up pretty well, you can get away with it on open maps as well. So without further ado, let's just jump into it. So the goals in this build order, in this guide, would be to click Feudal with 28 pop, including Loom, click Castle with 30 pop, and to have 8 knights with bowsaw and horse collar ready. So let's see what we can do. And as before,
this is a walkthrough for a Fast Castle into Knights.
Let me just finish
Your
speaking
first benchmark will be to click Feudal with 28 pop. Your first 6 villagers should gather sheep.
As before, the civilization you pick should be Saracens or Vietnamese, just to make sure you don't get any eco bonuses in the when learning the build order.
Now send the next 4 villagers to wood.
Now my wood line is up there. I'm messing up with my scouting a bit. Don't know where the scout is going now.
حسنا. بناءة.
Alright, let's see what we can get done. This can be an extremely powerful build if you're a lower ranked player. If you're a lower elo player, then this build will help you go up the ranks pretty quickly.
Now send the next villager to lure the boar, then add 1 more villager to sheep.
Okay, I'm gonna add 2 to sheep because I already sent 1 from sheep to lure the boar. So I'll rather just add the next 2 that come out, add those to sheep.
أمر سيدة صحيح.
Now send the next 4 villagers to berries.
Oh, I have some idle town center time there, which is not ideal.
نعم سأفعل. باحثة عن سيدة. أمر.
نعم صياد.
سيدة.
Not a terrible lure. Could have been better, but at least it died in a good spot. I think that's the good part about this lure. So
مستعدة.
at least.
سيدة.
What?
مستعدة.
Remember to send a villager out to lure the second boar.
سيدة.
Yeah, it goes
بناءة.
along. Might be a little late on that.
سيدة. نعم. أمر. بناءة.
Now send the next 2 villagers to boar.
نعم. حسنا. نعم. سيدة. حسنا.
Ooh.
مستعد.
حسنا.
Also move 2 villagers from boar to build farms.
حطابة.
Jeez.
سيدة. بناءة.
Right.
Now send more villagers to wood, until you have 10 villagers split between 2 lumber camps.
حطاب. حطاب.
Send this one over there. Then we're gonna create another lumber camp over on this side. Go create another lumber camp over there. It's not necessarily ideal to have your lumber camps on the same wood line, as that makes it
بناءة.
very susceptible to towering, and then you lose all your wood if just one tower on this wood line can destroy your entire wood income. So that's not necessarily ideal.
نعم حطاب. بناء.
مستعدة.
ألو. باحث عن الطعام.
Right. So we have the house coming up, at least we're not going to get housed.
حطاب.
So that's one more to wood, and then the last 3, she will tell us we'll have to go to gold. We will hear that in a second.
Now send the last 3 villagers to gold. Also start moving villagers to farms from sheep.
بناء.
Like I've said before, guys, in this scenario, I don't play this like I would normally play a match. I'm not scouting with my scout. I'm not creating, actually looking where the enemy is and trying to kill the enemy. This is literally just to learn the actual build order. It's not exactly what you would do in an actual match, but it does help you in learning this scenario.
Now make sure you research loom before clicking feudal with 28 pop. As the sheep run out, move villagers to farms until you have about 8 farms. The remaining 2 villagers can go to berries.
مستعد.
I've got an A for my feudal time.
باحث عن الطعام.
Not bad.
بناء.
2 to
باحث عن
berries.
الطعام.
حطابة.
Various great farms.
بناءة. نعم. بناءة بناءة بناءة. نعم نعم.
نعم. باحث عن الطعام. بناء.
Just gonna create my
Remember to build a
buildings
barracks
at the
before you
back.
reach feudal.
بناء.
Okay, so we have no idle villages. So when we reach feudal age, she will tell us, but when we reach feudal age, you will want to use 2 villages to build a stable and use 1 villager to build a blacksmith as quick as possible, and then immediately queue up 2 villages in your town center as well. Those 2 villages go straight to gold.
نعم.
Now build a stable and a blacksmith and send the next 2 villagers to gold.
بناء.
You should then be able to click up to castle.
بناء.
So let's see if this works out as intended.
أمر.
I'm gonna be some food short though, and I'm gonna have a shortage of food. Or will I?
Now start moving
Actually
villagers
not.
from berries so that you have at least 6 villagers on gold and another 2 farms.
باحث عن الطعام.
Research both double bit axe and horse collar.
عامل منجم.
Another 2 farms with berry villages.
حطاب. حطاب.
Double bit axe and horse collar we can get along.
بناءة
بناء.
We need a double bit axe. There we go.
بناء.
Also remember to build a second stable before you reach castle.
باحثة عن الطعام.
Should build it now, Salom. I'm gonna use this villager to build houses and the second stable.
بناءة بناءة.
أمر.
Wait, no, why are you not working? Okay, so I had that idle villager. Generally, not just in this scenario, but in game, always check for your idle villagers. Especially during the dark and early feudal age, it's very important to not have any idle villagers. We won't send any more villagers to gold, we'll send villagers to stragglers and have them build farms.
Now research Bosaw and start producing knights from both stables. Your final benchmark is to get 8 knights.
بناءة. نعم بناءة.
Okay, now we need to
أمر. بناء.
now I need to get some more food so that I can get more knights. Come on.
مستعدة. بناءة بناءة.
5, 6. One more.
مستعدة. بناءة
بناء. بناء.
That should be the final knight that I need. I have Bosaw. I have 4 scholar.
بناءة.
I have all the knights I need. And we have a B. There we go. That's not that bad. I think that's my best grade so far. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's the best grade I've gotten so far. So yeah, I'm pretty chuffed with that. I'm pretty happy with that. Some I lost, some and I had some idle time, I know, on my stables and on my town center. So that's why it went from the A that I had to the B, but it's a good enough score for me. There you go, guys. So that's the end of this video. If you like this video, then make sure to smash that like button. If you disliked it for some reason, hit the dislike button and let me know why, so I can improve it for the next one, so when you come back. If you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to leave a comment down below. I always read all my comments and I reply to any questions that I get in the comments as well. I spend the first hour after the release of every video in the comment section to wait for any comments to come through and to respond live to you guys as you ask me any questions. Last but not least, if you want to see more videos like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button at the bottom and also tick the little bell icon next to it, just to make sure that you're notified of each of my videos when I upload in the future. So until next time, happy gaming!